The truth of humankind is threefold. Meaning, humans attain an understanding of the names and attributes of Allah and their manifestations through three aspects in themselves. These are reflection, oppositeness, and corporeality. This truth is that through the small, limited traits, samples within yourself, you become a mirror to the names and attributes of Allah and to His divine qualities belonging to His essence, which are in the nature of His exalted attributes, and drive them to manifest. As explained in the previous episode, it is that you become aware and know with your sight that Allah sees. With your hearing, you become aware that Allah is a Sami, the all-hearing. You know with your mercy that Allah is a Rahim, the most merciful. You become aware with your loving that Allah loves, with your anger that Allah gets angry, and with your knowledge, acting with knowledge and acting with intent, you know that Allah knows, creates and decrees with knowledge and with intent. These feelings and reflective attributes in you as tiny minor samples were given to you so that you can comprehend the truth through comparison, that is, so that you can get to know Allah. So, for you to ascribe these feelings and attributes to your own and pursue a cause of self is a dreadful injustice. Because that is just like a reflection of the sun on a mirror, pursuing the cause of self by claiming that the real sun is itself. Speaking of the truth of reflection, know that Allah Jalla Jalaluhu is infinitely distinct from all attributes that are specific to the creatures, such as maleness, femaleness, fear and alike, which are inherent in weakness. Allah, with His infinite knowledge, gives humankind attributes like maleness and femaleness too, along with the other attributes we mentioned, and places a mutual closeness, a mutual attraction between male and female, so that both attest the social harmony and order arise. It is not because these attributes are related to Allah in any way, astaghfirullah, there are no such attributes in Allah. This truth is that, just like the darkness being a mirror to the light, with the darkness in your own essence, you become a mirror to the nur of the names and attributes of Allah and to the divine qualities of His essence which are in the nature of His exalted attributes and drive them to manifest. The stronger the darkness, the stronger it shows the light. So, you too are a mirror to the nur of the names and attributes of Allah with the darknesses in your own essence, such as your incapacity, deprivation, neediness, imperfection, and weakness. Humankind with its perishing is a mirror to the permanence of Allah. With your incapacity, you are a mirror to the omnipotence of Allah. With your deprivation, you are a mirror to the absolute richness of Allah, to His infinite self-sufficiency. With your deficiency, to the perfection of Allah. With your being created, you are a mirror to the uncreatedness of Allah, and with your transition from one state to another, like from infancy to childhood to adulthood to old age, you are a mirror to Allah's immutability. Speaking of which, transitional states is a characteristic of material and corporeal creatures, but Allah is beyond and distinct from matter and corporeality. It is impossible to think of transition in relation to Him Jalla Jalaluhu. And it is another absolute truth that the one who makes transition has to be permanent and stable, so that he makes the creations transition with order and in harmony. So, transition actually means being under the control and volition of authority. Allah is the absolute sovereign. No authority or will is over him, for astaghfirullah, otherwise he would be a created being, yet it is an absolute definite law that the created cannot create. Just as the levels of taste in food are known through the degrees of hunger, the degrees of darkness are known through the levels of light, and the measures of cold through the scales of heat. Similarly, in the matter of meeting your boundless needs, including the one to ward off your enemies, along with the permanent weaknesses, deprivation, and imperfection in your life, you come to realize the infinite power and mercy of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, who created you and all realms from nothing. Then you respond to His divinity with prayers and seeking, with humility and asking for refuge, and with an immense servitude. This truth is that, in terms of your body being artfully created, you become a mirror to the names and attributes of Allah, and that you see those divine names and attributes in the realms. It is that with your being composed as the most magnificent art, you see the İnsani attribute and the Bari name of Allah. It is that with everything, including your own body, being perfectly shaped, you see His name Musawwir. It is that with everything painted and adorned in the most beautiful, most suitable manner, you see the Muzayyin and the Mulawwin attributes of Allah. It is that with all creatures, human beings, animals, plants opening out from seeds, zygotes and eggs, you see the Fattah name of Allah. And it is that with the truths and meanings of everything preserved within those seeds, zygotes, eggs, and also in memories, you see His name Hafiz. There it is, the creation of all realms, humankind and the universe conveys these truths to you. And the Quran Azim-Shan presents and reveals these truths, commanding you directly to contemplate them deeply and get to know your designer Allah.